something to paint on, obviously. The thing we are going to paint today is records.
Don't drop them.
Oh, I dropped it. I am very excited to paint these records. Oh my gosh, I'm about to drop it again. Don't do that. I just slapped myself in the face. I'm very excited to paint these records. Well, actually, we're only going to be painting 3. But still, I'm excited. So, let us get into it. Whoa! That was a mistake.
For those youngsters out there, this is a record. R-E-C-O-R-D. What am I saying? I am a youngster. This is a phonograph disc record, but it goes by many names. Gramophone record, disc record, or just a record. So you put it into a mechanism that looks a little similar to something like this. And yes, I'm wearing a sweatshirt even though it's like 110 degrees outside. There's nothing really special about this record. It just plays classical music. It's kinda dusty, don't know why, but we're gonna paint it, so it's fine. I brought out my ruler and some very pointy tweezers.
Don't cross me. I have tweezers.
I am using tweezers instead of a pencil to sketch out my plan because I just thought it would work better. And it did. I used my ruler to make straight lines, and here we go. You can't see it, but you will be able to now that I'm putting gesso on it. I don't really know what to say, so I guess we are gonna just skip the boring gesso stage. Can you see it now? I only gessoed where I was planning on painting because I wanted to leave a bit of the record showing because I thought it would add a cool effect. I took some chunky gray paint and painted the bottom of my plan, and we're just gonna revive the gray because it's way too chunky. And that is so much better. This gray is going to become a flashlight, shining some very bright colors into the record black sky. Of course the shiny bright colors are rainbow. Shocking, I know. But we are going to continue to work on that flashlight and touch up the area where the flashlight and rainbow light meet. And then I added some darker outlines and detailing to the flashlight to make it pop more and look more like a flashlight instead of a strange shape at the bottom of a beautiful blended pastel rainbow. In a moment here, we're going to turn the record straight, and oh, that is crooked. We're gonna fix that. And then we are going to add some stars to the bare black record next to the rainbow light, and we're also going to add some stars to the rainbow light. And then I looked at the record and realized that I absolutely hated the stars. So we have to fix this. So I went back and deleted the ones I didn't like, and now we have this. with how this record turned out. Blendy rainbows spewing from a flashlight into the stars. Well, at least that's one way to put it. Moving on to record number 2, I am bringing out the ruler again and a little cup to do some uber complex calculations that I still ended up messing up, but oh well. I made a bunch of circles around the record, 8 to be exact, and then after I finished that, I gessoed each of them, including the annoying red center of the record. It's really annoying because the red keeps seeping through the gesso no matter how many layers I put on it. But it was fine when I put other color on it, but then when I put varnish on it, the color seeps through again. So we don't put varnish on the center piece. After all of the circles were gessoed, it looked like a wheel of dizziness, so please stop spinning it. Thank you. Then I went ahead and sketched in some lines on each circle, and if you haven't already guessed, I am doing the phases of the moon. And now it is time to paint each phase. I felt like something was missing, so I painted the word moon on the center circle. Don't know if that helped, but it filled in the space. This one is definitely not my favorite, but I still kind of like it. But I'd rather not leave off on that one, so here is another record. This time I am going to be gessoing the entire thing and making sure there was a few generous layers of gesso, which took a little longer than expected for some reason, and right now it kind of looks like a disaster, so we're just gonna skip over that like we usually do because gessoing is kind of boring. Now we're going to start on our landscape. Yes, you heard right. Landscape. There is so much room to paint on a record, and I just thought that it would be perfect to paint a landscape on it. I am using the center part of the record like the sun, and then I'm going to paint the landscape around it like so. Painting landscapes is kind of my thing. Well, mainly if it's on a canvas, but as I was doing this, I started to lose confidence in my landscape skills. Had I lost all skill in the scapes? Could I even paint a landscape? Scape doesn't even sound like a word anymore. But I pushed on even past the ugly stage, which is what you're saying now. This just looks like a hot disaster. I don't even really know what to say at this point. It's just a very messy process. But I added in some white to see if I could pick up the pieces of this and stick it back together with some paint. Then things started to look better. I did more of it off camera, and what I mean by that is I did practically all of it off camera. So we're just going to paint the sun now, and my head keeps deciding to just poke into the frame. Please, just stay out of here. I touched up the mountains a bit, and here is my very colorful palette of paint that I used to paint this landscape. Finally, it is time to add a nice clear varnish over the entire thing to seal in this piece, and it is complete. From a plain black record to this beautiful, colorful landscape. Here are all 3 records that I completed in this video. I actually had a ton of fun doing this, and I'm very happy with the results, even with the wonky moon circle. But anywho, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and you have a fantabulous rest of your day. Bye!